Hello everybody and welcome to Project 86. This is a new series of videos that Fred and I have decided to make all about workshop based stuff and modifications. So we've got a lot planned for Fred's. I'm sure if you saw our first video, the beginning, if you haven't, then check it out down here below. You'll be able to see all about what we'll be doing to it, what we've got planned. There's a lot more planned and you'll obviously see an update of that today in this video. We've also got some modifications going on with my Land Rover. I'll walk you through that in a minute. But if you want to see our previous club rides to see where our Land Rovers were and where they are now, then you can go and watch those as well. So without further ado, let's get into it and we'll show you what it's all about. So since my club ride was filmed quite a while ago now, there's been a few changes since then. One of the main ones is that the big galvanised cheese wedge roof rack that used to be on here is now gone. I decided to get rid of it. I wasn't really using it enough. And it was just a bit heavy feeling when I was going around corners. It just feels like you're really being swayed side to side. It just wasn't very nice. So I've done away with that for now. And now I've got this really cool light bar. It's just a basic one that you can pick up at shows. Fred bought it originally, but we did a swap for it, so I took it off his hands and I drilled some holes in it and just fitted my lights to the bottom of it. These are UTV lights as well, from UTV products. Really recommend them, they're really awesome. Might do a review of them in the future as a video in this series. But yeah, it just works out a lot better, it looks a lot nicer, the Land Rover looks a bit more chunky. Yeah, it's just great really. So now I'm just going to walk over and see what Frederick's doing. You got it? Yeah. That's why you don't round off bolts underneath here. Right, so since the beginning, we've got the Landy going. It's been going pretty good. We've had a lot of issues with it. The main issue was losing oil. The rubbish job we did on the bottom of the turbo meant that oil was just leaking everywhere. And it's just got worse and worse, so we decided to pull the whole thing out. So we also found that once we dialed the boost up a bit, we had a horrible squeaky noise. So hence we're taking the inlet manifold off, replacing all the gaskets. I want to put some new studs on there as well because they're a bit rubbish. But basically the point of this project was just to see what you could do to an old engine like a 200 TDI on a budget without sort of spending, you know, £1,000 plus on the variable turbo and all that stuff. Hopefully once we've updated everything, we'll have a sort of badass little rig for our upcoming Farmkhana video. And basically we're trying to keep it, I don't know how powerful it's going to be. Might have a dyno video coming up if anyone's interested, but probably about 150 horsepower at a guess, and hopefully it keeps intact long enough for our Farmkhana video, which is coming soon. If you haven't seen the trailer, check it out, it's pretty good.
Wow.
Alright, we're done. So hello everybody, we're back in the workshop again, and we just wanted to give you a run through of all the stuff that's going to be going back into Fred's Landy when we start the overhaul again. A lot of it's new, some of it's mainly the same but it's been improved. Fred's been doing a lot of work on it, so we're just going to show you basically what we have. So Frederick, what have you done to this magnificent bit of kit?
Yeah, so starting with the exhaust manifold, what we did was open this up a little bit more, just take some of the rough casting marks out. I think from the factory they're a bit sort of rough and uneven, so just smoothing it out. Same with the other side as well, just to take all the lines and the casting marks out in the middle. I didn't really open them out too much because I don't want to weaken it unnecessarily. And then you can see on this bit here, that's just where the thermocouple goes in for the EGT gauge. And yeah,
Cool.
nothing special, but yeah, no, it's a good bit of kit.
Awesome.
Sweet.
All right, so moving up the table, I think Fred's done a bit more porting on this as well, haven't you?
Yeah, so what we did was open this up. Normally it's neck down to 2 inches, I think. So this is opened up to 2.5 inches. And then same with, more so on this because it's aluminium, just opening this up a bit more. So you can see the lines here have just been sort of burred away a little bit more. And yeah.
Yeah, I'll show the camera. We've got another camera over here, so you can see what Fred's been up to with the Dremel.
Yep, obviously put the little that is fitting there for the boost gauge.
Oh, cool.
So it's reading what the engine's seeing instead of what's coming out the turbo.
Much more effective.
Yeah, what next?
I think going back to this line, because this was braided before, wasn't it?
Yeah, so what we had to do was, I think in the first video we show putting the turbo in first and it didn't quite fit because it was braided line. It was too short, so we tried to make it and it was too long. And basically I got fed up with it and bought some like push fit fittings. It's like Aero Equip hose. And it works really well. It's like flexible. If it's too long you just chop it. It takes about 2 seconds instead of sort of 5-10 minutes with the Dremel and the fittings. So yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, no, it's good.
Alright, so moving on to the big boy, the pride and joy of the Club 86 Land Rover. Big old turbo.
Yeah, so again, I tried to match the gasket because before it was this hole here, it was just, we'll probably show a picture, it was like a flat, it was just a flat with a hole in it, and now we've sort of elongated it to match the gasket because before it was, the hole's a lot smaller than the hole coming out of the manifold, so we've just tried to equal that out because
there as well.
Yeah,
So you can see on that camera as well.
and that's just hopefully because it's just hopefully to reduce turbo lag, really, just make it a bit more efficient. And yeah, so far so good with this turbo. It's really good.
Yeah, it's done you well, hasn't it?
Yeah, really good.
Really good.
Doesn't seem to lag much more than the standard one either. But yeah, no, really good.
Awesome. And then you've been doing some wrapping with your big old downpipe.
Yeah. So I think part of the reason I think this turbo is working so well is just the diameter of the downpipe. So it's 3 inches compared to, I don't know what the one I took off was, about like 2.25 maybe. And it's a straight through exhaust as well, so it really just chucks the gas straight out there. We had a few issues with the pipe here where the starter motor was. It was beginning to burn through all the pipe and the cables and everything. So decided to wrap it with some sort of heat resistant tape.
It should fit in there pretty snug now, I imagine.
Yeah, I know, it's pretty snug before, so we'll see how it goes, but yeah.
It's going to be pretty awesome.
It should be good.
Then out of all these components, really, it's just the sump that's left, because you were unsure of what to do with the plug, weren't you, on it?
Yeah, so basically the final component is the sump. Because the turbo is a bit lower than the standard one, we had to drill a hole in the side of the sump and put this plug here. And at the time I kind of wanted to get it welded, but for whatever reason we didn't. And it's JB Weld. Do you want to show the...
Yeah, I think that's this one, yeah. So you can see it's in there.
Yeah, so it's JB welded in there, which is surprisingly solid, I think. It's a bulkhead fitting, so it's sort of tightened on the other side as well. So I think it should be alright. So far so good, to be honest.
I mean, the main thing was really the pipes before, wasn't it? The hoses that were leaking like mad. So
Yeah, definitely.
that seems to have held up pretty good. So.
Yeah, no, the sump's good. Well, the whole reason we're doing this again, like redoing it, is just because a lot of oil was escaping the gasket here. I didn't do it very well. Yeah, and we lost quite a lot of oil that way. But no, it should be good. Sorry.
Not gone.
No, we're just looking forward to putting it back together properly this time.
Definitely.
Now we know what we're doing. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, there's more time, isn't there? And you've just sort of, gone and overhauled everything. So I think this time it's just going to be where you wanted it to be, isn't it? So,
Yeah.
It's awesome.
It'd be good.
Great.
Farmkhana ready.
Farmkhana ready. All right. Well, without further ado, we'll go try and put all this stuff back on.
Yeah.
All right.
Sick.
See you there.
Go.
So thanks for tuning in to the first episode of Project 86. We've got a lot more planned, and episode 2 is going to be coming very soon. If you like this episode, then please like, comment and subscribe. If you've got any questions, then please leave them underneath the video and we'll be happy to answer any of them. So what have we got coming up in episode 2, Fred?
Yeah, so next episode we'll be putting the downpipe back on the turbo, and then putting the manifold and the turbo assembly back onto the engine. We'll be hooking the exhaust back up. We're also going to be fixing some oil lines as well. They just need a bit of tweaking. And then we're going to go and pick up some intercooler pipes that we had powder coated. So it should just make the engine bay look pretty good. And hopefully fix all the issues that we had in the first video. So yeah, it should be good.
Awesome. Well, until then, stay tuned.